does grappling, we'll say? Who grapples? Okay. When I usually run a seminar, it's usually 4 hours long, and I got a lot of time to do stuff, so I usually go from striking to wrestling to submissions. And since we got a lot of people in here, I see we'll probably just do groundwork if that's all right, because I just don't want people bumping into each other or bumping into the glass. It would be even worse than that. When I run my seminars, I think I teach stuff that works. I'm not a flashy guy. I'm going to teach you something that really works. When I say that, if I teach you how to do something and somebody goes, well, what if by all means you can ask, well, what if the opponent does this? Or what if this happens? Ask those questions. Those questions, some guys when they teach a seminar, they don't want questions. Hey, just do this move, and in a perfect world, this move's going to work. I'm not that way. I'm going to show you something, and if you're like, man, but I don't think it'll work if he does this, ask those questions. You can ask me anything you want. Now, if I get 4, 5, 6 questions on one move, I'm probably going to have to shut you down sometime so we can get to the next move. Does that make sense? But at any time, you can ask any question you want. Since we've only got an hour, I'm going to kind of keep it up to you guys. I'll maybe start with a move and then say, hey, somebody want a submission or a guard pass or striking on the ground. You see what I'm saying? So you can kind of think of your questions if you want. And you guys can kind of dictate what you learn. Because I want to make sure you guys do what you want. Does that make sense? Is that all right?
Yes.
Now you run a class here, right?
I do.
He said that maybe you were going to do the seminar and I could learn from you.
Well, probably been for 10 years. I don't think I teach anything that I didn't copy from.
Get out here, buddy. You're going to be my partner if that's all right. Take you back. I don't want to hit you with glasses on, so.
So now I don't even know. I can't speak.
Perfect. Even better. Go ahead and lay on your back. I'm going to show you some striking first off, and I think it's the best striking in MMA. Okay? And if you can't see, move around me. Just get as tight. I'm an old wrestler, and by that I mean I'm used to touching people all the time. So get close to me. If you smell, I guess I'll tell you smell, but don't worry about it. Nobody's going to smell worse than me. So I'm in the guard, and in a fight, in a grappling match, is different than me. I'm fight related. Okay, I'm not going to teach you a whole lot of the stuff I teach you. You can use in a grappling match, but what I'm going to teach you is kind of for a fight. So in a grappling match, you'd have to open these legs up by a couple different moves you could do. In a fight, what am I going to do to open these legs up? Exactly. I'm going to, and a lot of times when I want him to do something, I don't force him to do it. I do something to let him do it. So when I'm here, I'm going to throw enough punches where he's going to think, you know what, this is getting old. I'm going to open my guard up. Okay? So always remember that. There's some guys, when you see them in a fight, they instantly turn into a grappler. Carlos Newton, the guy I fought a couple times, he was that way. And I like that. Because I never had to worry about him throwing a punch to me when we were on the ground. Remember, when you're in a fight, even if you hit the ground, still use your hands. Now, top and bottom here. What does he have at his advantage from here? Correct.
Sweeps.
Submissions. That's what he's got from here. Okay. What do I have being on top of him at my advantage? Striking. Okay. So if I'm on bottom and me, the top guy, is not throwing punches down, I always tell him, don't throw punches back. You'll see guys on the bottom. If I'm here and I've turned this into a grappling match, and all of a sudden he throws a punch at me, what am I going to do? I'm going to start punching him back. This guy doesn't want that. He wants to keep it a grappling match if he can. So if you're on the bottom in a fight, don't start punching the guy. First off, you're not going to be very effective at all. Actually, I tell guys in a fight, don't even punch. Unless you got a good hook or you can cut him with an elbow, do those two things. But as far as straight punches, I mean, if he starts hitting me, I'm just going to back up here. So don't even waste your time. Look for your sweeps and your submissions, or get to the fence and come up the fence. It's very easy to come up the fence. If we had a fence situation here, I'd show you that. Maybe I'll use one of those poles here in a second.
We use this.
Okay? But don't start striking being this guy here. Turn it into a grappling match. So the first thing I'm going to do to open this guard is I lean back and I take a punch, and I come down, and then I bring that same elbow here. Now you see where my tricep is not on his leg? That's what I want. I don't want that. One more time. Punch, and here. See this tricep is here? If this tricep hits, then I'm not hitting him with my elbow, am I? I'm hitting him with my tricep. I want that elbow, when it comes in, to sting. And from here, it will. Boom, boom. And it's not going to take very many of those. And what's he going to do? He's going to do something, because he's just not, nobody is going to eat those elbows like that. Okay? So that was all the precursor to my big strike. Okay, we're in a closed guard. I put my hands here. Human nature tells him what's he going to do. Grab my hands. It works every time. Who's seen this move? How'd you guys all know the answer, though? You've never seen this move. That's it. It's a strike. Here I am. Okay? Boom. Human nature tells him he's going to grab my hands and he's going to keep me from doing anything. Okay? I got little pot shots here. He's going to keep me from doing anything. No. So, from here, I don't even have to look at his chin because I know his chin's straight ahead of me. In opposite motion, I go one forward and one back. Okay? With me doing that, there's nobody that can keep me from doing that movement. Here I am. One goes to the jaw and the other one goes to the hip. Here, boom. Now, without looking, do I know where his head's at?
Yeah.
It's right at the end of my fist, isn't it? Here, I come up and come down. And I reset. What's he do? What's going to keep me from doing this time? He's going to keep me from doing the exact same move. He's going, I'm not going to let him do that again. So here I am. Now I do it to the opposite side. One goes to the jaw, the other one goes to the hip. Boom. When I do this, go ahead and grab a hold of that. There's nothing, go ahead, I mean, you can grab a hold of it. You don't let me get it, okay? There's nothing he's going to do that's going to keep me from coming here. Now I'm hitting with the other side. Okay, here I am. Boom. I do the same thing to the first side. Boom. So what's he do? He covers the head. I go to the body. There's always going to be something to hit. Does that make sense to you? Yes, but you've got to kind of be violent. I mean, right now I like him. He's my partner, and I always tell the guys, don't go beating your partners up. Because what happens when you beat your partners up? You don't have any partners. Okay? A lot of people think fighting is an individual sport. Absolutely wrong. It's a team sport more than anything else. 3 fights ago, I fought Renzo Gracie, and we did not plan on throwing kicks whatsoever. In the first round, I threw a leg kick because I was a little frustrated. Threw a leg kick. Robbie Lawler yells at me. He didn't like it. Do it again. What'd I do the rest of the fight? Threw leg kicks and chopped him down. 2 fights ago, I fought Ricardo Almeida. In my corner, in the first round, my corner said, "The hook's there." I heard my corner say it. I threw the hook, clipped him, went down, and I choked him because of the clip. My partners also get me ready for a fight. If you train correctly, the fights are typically easy. Does that make sense to you? My bumps and my bruises, my cuts, everything, all that's come from training. I mean, the training is day in, day out, getting ready for a fight. For 3 months before a fight, I got to train. The fight's 15 minutes long. Do you see the math doesn't add up there? Okay? So don't go here hurting your opponents because you won't have any. So here I am. Boom. He grabs my hands because he's not going to let me do anything. Here. Down. And you see when I throw this punch, I rock up on my knees because I can get more power from here than I can back here. So when I boom, he grabs. Boom. Okay? 2 things I showed you. Opening the guard and hands on the chest. Now remember, I keep my fist right at his what would be like his bra line. Okay? Right here. Because I want a little momentum to come up to the jaw. Don't come up here and start this move. Number 1, because I've got my arms too far up for submissions. And number 2 is I don't have any momentum to jack this guy, because when I'm here, I want to make him think about one thing. I want to make him think about this first punch. And now, right now, he's thinking, man, that sucker just hit me, and he doesn't even see this punch coming. Okay? Get your partner, 2 things. Boom, boom, open to the guard, and the big strikes. By all means, if you're not doing something right, let me know. Don't hit somebody's face.
Check it out. Get out your back. Basically, basically what I'm saying is like this. It's not like a technical way to force your arm open, but it's going to annoy you. You're going to open your legs and you're going to like.
It's not an annoyance, it's a pain. Yeah.
Even if the guy goes to butterfly guard. Good. So this is going to make you open your legs. Instead of punch, elbow. Yeah, and then he's saying the other thing that he does is, that's not once you get it to about there, I think you got the whole
Yeah, I remember.
that doesn't work.
Didn't see it coming.
Here? Yeah, like imagine when I actually grab him, what do you do if I do this? Grab my wrist. Especially in the short body. So he's saying he goes, boom, right? He's not just pushing, pulling, he's wound his shoulders up like that.
I'm not a big turkey. My father used to
It's a long story. One was really
Is this a right mistake?
well, not officially. Up with the Maryland belts and huge shows.
Shotgun muzzle loaded.
I have Pennsylvania, it's all rifle.
Hey, bring in!